This video is to talk about the proper way to check your base gasket surface on your cylinders. So the proper way to check these is you take this piece, which is called a Trock Block, and it has a narrow lip and then it has a wider lip. And this is for big bore cylinders and this is for Evo style cylinders. And you take this Trock Block and you put lapping compound on it, and then we're going to take and put it on here, and you put machinist dye on the base gasket surface, and you can see the high and low spots and if you're going to need to have them machined or not. Now I want to talk about another thing is if you are taking these base gaskets off with some kind of disc sander or a cookie on a angle grinder or something like that, you're a hack, because you're going to see with these cylinders what that causes. The proper way to take these off is with a razor blade, even if it takes you all day. Okay, now you kind of lap these like you would lap a valve. I just use this coarse grinding lapping compound, and the opposite side of this can is fine that I use for valves, but and you just stick it on here. And you can see it's made by Trock. And now when we take off the lapping compound, we'll be able to see the high spots and low spots. We'll be able to see the damage that the person did when they took the grinder to this. The Trock Block will take out small imperfections, but as you can see with this, somebody grinded in here real deep because it's not even touching it. In here real deep. Here it's not touching at all. They can be cut and cleaned up and be reused. You would have to get them to the right person to do that. Now we'll check the other one. Again, you just put some machinist dye on them. Okay, here we go with the other one. I'm going to leave the lapping compound on it. You can see this one's in about the exact same shape, where somebody just really cut into the bottom of these. I'll clean it up and you can see it a little more clearly. And there you go. It's a good look at what happens when you take some kind of disc sander to it. Now these could be cleaned up again, and it's about $25 each to get them done. But why would you do that? You have to take your time and just use a razor and take them apart. And while we're at it, let's talk about another thing that makes you a hack. Thanks for watching, and don't do that. Use a razor blade to get that off. And the same goes with the head gasket surface. Use a razor blade to get it off.